TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And good evening, race fans. Welcome in live with the Full Velocity Racing Network. And we come to you live tonight from inside the Limaland Motorsports Park in Lima, Ohio. Great to come out here with the King of the Dirt series live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Good evening, everybody. Phil Lacasse is here. Todd stands alongside. Jack Truan's on the controls. The A-Team, the Dream Team, the classic team for the Full Velocity Racing Network here live and on the call. And this week, Todd, we move in to the battlegrounds. That was Limaland, the quarter mile, a tight track, always known for some really good racing. We're going to have a great night here at these street stocks.
It's going to be a fantastic night here at Limaland, and we've seen a lot of great racing here over the last couple of broadcasts we've done here, Phil. I can't wait to see what these guys have in store for us. The King of Dirt Racing Series, these guys put on a fantastic showing last Sunday. A little bit lighter here, 19 cars only making the trek here, but they're going to put on some fantastic racing.
All right, well, Jack's going to work on something here real quick, so I'm going to throw a screen up there really quickly, but we're getting through the tail end of qualifying. I want to thank tonight's presenting sponsor for this 50-lap main event at Limaland, and that is Southern Outlaw Photography, the 50 here tonight at Limaland. Also got to thank the folks at Traction by Boosted. They will sponsor our A-mains here every Sunday night. Of course, Milner Media and Design, the presenting sponsor of this title series. Also, thank you to Cypress Hearts Boutique, Full Throttle Performance, Dirt Track Junkies Esports, iRacing Dirt Painters, Walter B's Driving School, and Primetime Sports Talks. I think everything's back to kosher. We're getting ready to rock and roll. Todd, is believe qualifying is complete. Almost time to go heat race. Volume good? Wait, volume's good. Make sure before we start talking again. Looks like we have 3 heat races on the docket here tonight, Todd. We're going to go 10 laps around the top 3 into the main event. I'm going to make the guess we're all going to race on to the main. I believe we have about 20 cars even for the car count here for the King of the Dirt Series. So let's go trackside for the 3D Racing starting lineup for heat race number 1.
Heat race number 1 starting on the pole. Driving the number 61, that'll be Josh Peacock. His dancing part of the outside. Driving the number 18, that's the coach, Kyle Sorrell. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, that's the 08 machine of Tyler Jackson. And outside him, the number 14 of Brock Evans. Fifth starter on the field, the number 73 of Screaming Stephen Moore. And outside him, Drew Corbett in the number 114. Now bringing up the tail here this evening here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Driver that number 26, Sean Stevens in that number 26 in the 7th starting spot.
There it is, 7 cars, 10 laps around, and full of heavy hitters here. That front row is a doozy. Josh Peacock setting quick time here this evening in qualifying, a 15.320, so we know that'll slow down a little bit. The track carries on over, but off of turn number 4, our very first iRacingIFlag.com green flag of the evening. Let's go through it 10 laps down to the turn 1.
Yeah, Josh Peacock, your early race leader. Surratt way up to the top shelf of the speedway. The number 8 of Tyler Jackson had a fantastic run last week. Now down to the inside, trying to capitalize there on Surratt's a little bit of a mistake going up to the top shelf of the speedway. Going to do so, put him to position number 2. Kyle Surratt running in that third spot.
Surratt in for the third spot, looking at the action. Jackson, number 8 car, that blue machine, up down to that second position, trying to chase down Josh Peacock. Is Josh in a new scheme? That's one I have not seen. Brand new scheme out of the JP Design Stables for the 61 car. He'll lead the way out of 2. Who got out there in the wall? I believe that was Brock Evans that may have got out of the groove. He touched the outside wall. He loses a couple of spots, but off turn number 4, the race leader, well, it is that number 61 of Josh Peacock down to turn 1.
As they would say, the number 61 machine in a different paint scheme here, like the last couple of weeks, was used to the powdered blue in the gray scheme, now in a completely different screen. So he's kind of flying underneath the radar tonight, not flying underneath that radar. Right now, leading heat race number 1 with 6 laps remaining. Tyler Jackson right there in tow. Kyle Surratt running in that third spot. Still in that number 18 machine, screaming Stephen Moore in the number 74, currently running 4th.
Certainly is. They run nose to tail inside the top 5. Cross flags go down on heat race number 1. And Josh Peacock leads, but that lead is evaporating some as Tyler Jackson, Action Jackson as we coined him forever ago, has brought the 8 car to that second spot and now down to about a car length and a half. He may look for the lead. We have a race for third down in turn 1. Stephen Moore and Kyle Surratt, they're doing the work for third off of 2.
Kyle Surratt right now holding on to the third spot as Moore was looking down to the inside, trying to make something happen. 3 laps to go for that number 61 of Josh Peacock. He is pulled away by 5 car lengths over the number 08 machine of Tyler Jackson.
Tyler Jackson is there. He's going to look for a spot to the low side through 3 and 4 and to slide back in the line. And looks like Peacock even picked up a couple of car lengths there on that lap as he screams on by the 2 to go signal. Peacock leading Tyler Jackson there, 3 car lengths, all set in the battle for third. Surratt's got Stephen Moore to bed. Behind him, Brock Evans in the 14 as we come to the white flag.
That white flag out for that number 61 of Josh Peacock has led everything here so far. In heat race number 1, down the back straightaway for the final time. Drives her off into turn number 3. Jackson tries down to the inside. Peacock still up down the top shelf of the speedway. He's going to take down heat race number 1. Second going to go to Tyler Jackson. Kyle Surratt for 3. Stephen Moore for 4. Brock Evans, Drew Corbett, and then Sean Stevens running out your 7 cars. Heat race number 1 in the books.
In the books, indeed, as they'll roll themselves onto the pit area. We'll begin gridding for heat race number 2, but I want to welcome you guys all aboard, guys and gals, in watching the Full Velocity Racing Network here tonight. Good to have you all out. The Chacks has been super lively here early on. Our buddy Tyler Blankenship at Ty B TV out there watching. We've got Chris Dunn. We've got Dan Relicker out there. That's how you say the last name. Can't see that small screen, but thank you, Dan. Bunce is out there. Connie Keller, our buddy from NR 2003, raced up Monty last night. Mike Ross, all Hot Rods out there watching. I think he was there in team speak. He may have the straight on us, but I want to welcome all you in. Let's have a good time, and let's turn our attention, Todd, to heat race number 2.
Heat race number 2 coming to post here. The 3D Racing starting lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 1-3. That's the rock star, DJ Kalinowski, and his dancing part of the outside. That's good old Pancake, Tyson Pankow, and number 91. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot. Car number 3, that is Barrett Bishop and his dancing part of the outside. Brandon Marlowe in that number 37. Inside row number 3 in the 5th starting spot. That's the evil one, Grumpy. The number 21, that is Jim Revis. And Daniel Stifler, the Iceman, to his outside in 6th. Joshua Denson in car number 4 going to start in the 7th spot as the iRacing flag. Green flag is out.
Green flag in the air. Dennison in the number 4, joining onto the tail of this one here with a very good group of cars. For heat race number 2, the Rockstar DJ Kalinowski. He looks like he'll be poised to take them off of turn number 4. He will lead lap number 1, but right away a good race going on for, we'll call that 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. Tyson Pankow was there. Barrett Bishop, you've got Brandon Marlowe, and here comes the old Grumpy's Garage 21. Jim Revis to the low side, looking for 4th down in turn 3.
Yeah, Revis down to the inside of Marlowe in that number 37 machine. Jim trying to do everything he can to maybe capitalize and take over that 4th spot. as he's able to do so far through the turn down the back straightaway. Marlowe pulls up back alongside of him here into turn number 3, and that number 37 machine. Well, here comes Jim Revis back down the inside, side-by-side battle off of turn number 4.
Side-by-side for battle there for the 4th spot. A good one, Marlowe and Revis, as they squirt it through turn number 1 and 2. I think the 21 car going to overall win the battle in that one. Tyson Pankow beginning to run down the likes of DJ Kilinowski, what I thought may be a runaway for the 13 car. Oh, Bubba, or Pancake as we've called him now, the 91. He looks like he's game to a challenge. He's run him down to about 2 car lengths down the back chute. And Barrett Bishop in the 3 car also entering the mix.
Just to throw this out into the FRN Facebook chat, the YouTube, and anything else, how do you like your pancakes out there? We want to all know. That's a question that we all want answered. How do you like your pancakes? Let us know in the chat box, as it is DJ Kalinowski, the rock star, right now your race leader. We are halfway home, 5 in, 5 to go here. Going to come up with 4 laps remaining for that 1-3.
Lots of butter and syrup.
Butter, syrup. I'm going blueberry. I'm going to guess Todd's probably a chocolate chip type of guy, but yeah, well, blueberry pancakes all day is Tyson Pankow rides in second. Strawberries. Well, okay, I wouldn't have guessed that for you, but strawberries. Learn something new every day. Like that a lot. Whipped cream.
Dipped in chocolate.
Hey, we're talking pancakes. G-rated show, boys. All right, never G-rated, but we're going food here. I'm going to get hungry again. This swallowed Burger King an hour ago. DJ Kelinowski, he just took a 2-to-go signal this time. Last time pie. He is in turns number 3 and 4. He's going to be greeted by the white flag. I'm not sure Tyson Pankow has time to chase him down. He may have to defend second.
Yeah, Barrett Bishop down to the inside. Slide job through 1 and 2. Takes over the lead. Pankow now down to the inside. Side-by-side battle for the second. DJ Koneski going to come off of turn number 4. A victory for heat race number 2 as Pankow and Bishop go side-by-side to the line. We're going to see if it's the number 91. It looks like Pankow going to take that one down by .047. Barrett Bishop, Jim Revis, Brandon Marlowe, Daniel Stifler, and Joshua Denson round out your 7 cars. Heat race number 2 in the books.
Heat race number 2 indeed complete. We've got one more heat race to go. A fantabulous action. 10 laps around. We're going to call for 6 cars on the call for this one. On the pole is going to be the number 2 machine. That'll be Jordan Gage, and next to him with the number 6, that's going to be Bill Miller. In row number 2 with the number 11, it's Kyle Moyer. Alongside of Kyle with the number 0 car, that'll be Mitchell Clark. Mitchell Clark aboard the number 0. Jesse Osborne going to start 5th in car number 30. And Raging Ron Piles, the FRN machine, car number 68, going to start in position number 6.
6 cars we called for. All 6 cars out there at the Limaland Motorsports Park. The 0-2 of Jordan Gage as Gomer working his magic on Moyer there as he keeps blinking in and out. Gomer wanting him for some experiments, but Moyer fending him off so far. So can he fend off Gomer? I don't know. He's completely gone this time. Gonna come back. Yes, he is.
Gone back. I don't know if I'm coming or going. No, I'm not sure he does. Somebody let Gomer know to leave Kyle alone. He's a good guy. He pays his taxes. Off to number 4, iRacingIFlag.com, green flag in the air. It's number 0-2 of Jordan Gage. Got a 2 on it, the 0 on it this week. He's going to lead the way out of turn number 2 on the first lap.
Jordan Gage, and you got Bill Miller, Kyle Moyer still blinking in and out there. Hopefully everything settles down for the number 11 machine. No, but as soon as you say that, he is disappearing, doing that act there. And that number 6 machine of Bill Miller still holding on the second. Moyer was down the inside. Mitchell Clark right now in the 0 machine, running in as the 5th spot. Is looks like Raging Ron Piles trying to get around him too in the number 68. Meanwhile, battle for the race lead.
Battle for the lead is a good one. Miller in the number 6 going to drop to the low side of Jordan Gage. They're down in turns number 3 and 4. Jordan washes it up. You've got that 6 car trying to roll the bottom. Not going to have the grip there. Gage going to hold on, but we're going to stay door to door. And still only 3 laps complete. We got a lot of racing left. The action's good for the race lead heading toward 3.
Yeah, Bill Miller down to the inside. The white, black, and orange number 6 machine down to the inside of the yellow and blue 0-2 of Jordan Gage. Gage able to fend him off here down into turn number 1. The number 6 again diving it back down to the bottom, using it kind of diamond in the corners a little bit. And car number 6 trying to take over the top spot from Jordan Gage here in heat race number 3. We're going to be halfway home. 5 in and 5 to go here at the Limaland Motorsports Bar.
We got halfway home in the books. Jordan Gage leads the way over Bill Miller and the number 6, and we look on behind them, racing for third. Somehow I ended up in the pace truck. We got Mitchell Clark down the 0 car, leading over Kyle Moyer. Kyle struggling here. I think he's kind of trying to get that connection to stay ironed out. Rage and Ron holding on to P5 with the number 68, and Jesse Osborne as this race for the lead continues to wage some war. Miller versus Gage. Who's going to have the upper hand as we get to turn 1?
That Miller down there slides it up in front of Gage. Crossover from Gage down to the inside, back to side by side. Down the back straightaway, put Gage back to position number 1. But again, the 6 pulls his own high-low switch maneuver. Side by side, 2 to go at the line. Popsicle sticks in the air.
2 more trips around the quarter mile. Bill Miller with the shot to the inside. Can he slide up the hill and take the lead? The answer is yes, but Gage will slide it right back to the low side. High-low switch. They come on a 4. No contact made. Bill Miller leads to the white flag.
White flag as Bill Miller takes over the top spot from the 0-2 machine. Down the back straightaway, dives it off into turn and number 3 for the final time. Gage tries everything he can, but cannot pull that one off. It's going to be Bill Miller taking down the victory here in heat race number 3. Second going to go to Jordan Gage. Mitchell Clark for 3. Kyle Moore for 4. Raging Ron Piles and Jesse Osborne rounds out your 6 cars here. Heat race number 3 in the books. Warm-up session going to come to fruition here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. As we do that, we're going to honor this great nation. We're going to send things down trackside with Dirty Grass Soul and Kevin Dedman for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I mean, I guess we're ready to talk again. We've been talking. Not sure they want to hear what we're talking about, but we're talking. We're still here.
They don't.
It's Todd. It's Jack.
They don't want to hear that.
No, we're discussing pancakes and whipped cream and whips and chains.
That's enough. Hold. Stop. Whoa. Giving out way too much information.
Too far? Right, too far.
Might have been
My bad. Not really. Let's have some fun. What do you say as we getting through this last stages of the warm-up session? 5 minutes long. They're past 4 minutes in, so within 60 seconds it should be time for a 50-lap main event here at Limaland that should be very good on action. Racetrack. I do love doing race at Limaland. It's always proven to be a really good track, and it's street stocks. Sunday night. That's a combination that we've been familiar with for, it seems like a little bit over a year, maybe more. Love doing streets on a Sunday night. I wouldn't want to do another series on a Sunday. Perfect.
I definitely love the Sunday series, Phil. I love the street stocks, the full feather frenzy kind of ordeal, and just to watch these guys go at it. A lot of what I call the best of the best street stock racers. With DWRL, with this series, I mean, you see them, a lot of those guys cross over. You don't see a lot of the top name guys bringing street stocks that are in the late model ranks or even the sprint car ranks. When they do, they're given fits when they come up against some of these guys.
They are. That's why it's always been really fun to see over time when you see some of the best that you see in the other series come out and migrate and do some street stock racing. But we know a lot of these guys really well. I guess you could say street stocks have really kind of been our bread and butter for the couple of years we've been around here with dirt for certain. So let's have a good time. But we've got feature racing action starting to go. Traction by Booston A Main. Let's go trackside old school style for the 3D racing starting lineup.
In our 3D racing starting lineup, line for the Limaland Motorsports Park, starting on the pole, driving the number 61 from Bulletproof Motorsports, that is Josh Peacock. Outside of him, the Miller Design and Media 1-3, also from Bulletproof Motorsports, that's DJ Konowski, the Rockstar, and that number 13 machine.
In row number 2 with car number 6, that is Bill Miller, and alongside in the number 8, that is Action Jackson, Tyler Jackson.
Driving the X91 Motorsports, number 91, that is good old Pancake Tyson Pancow. And his dancing part of the outside, driving the number 2, the O2, I love the yellow and blue paint scheme, that is Jordan Gage.
The coach, Kyle Surratt, with the number 18. He will start in the 7th spot, and alongside of him in the number 3, the FTP machine, that'll be Barrett Bishop.
Inside row number 5 in the number 0 machine, that will be Mitchell Clark and Screamin' Stephen Moore, and that number 73 machine. Going to roll off in position number 10.
The Grumpy's Garage, number 21, going to start 7th. That is Jim Revis, and alongside him, teammate from Team Dirt Warrior with the number 11, that is Kyle Moyer.
Coming out of the same Bulletproof Motorsports stables, driving the number 14, that is Brock Evans. And outside of him, Brandon Marlowe aboard car number 37.
Raging Ron Piles will start 15th with the number 68, with Drew Corbett and the 114 to his outside.
Daniel Stifler and Jesse Osborne make up row number 9. Sean Stevens and Joshua Denson make up row number 10. 20 cars we call for. All 20 cars are out there. Race fans, we're going to ask you one question off of turn number 4. Who's it going to be?
That's as good as a Josh Allen touchdown pass to win the game right there. That makes a bad day sound good. I'm glad you did that, Todd. Who's it going to be? The best call in all of Sim Race broadcasts right there. And it lives on the Full Velocity Racing Network on turn number 4. Let's put one lap on the board. Josh Peacock leading over DJ Killenowski. The race back here for third, a good one. Bill Miller, Tyler Jackson, 2 heavyweights. They're inside, door-to-door off of 4.
You got to remember Bill Miller won heat race number 3. Jackson finished second in heat race number 1 to Josh Peacock. As Miller down to the inside, good side-by-side battle for that third spot. Jackson on the outside. Love the paint scheme on that. With that car always looks hungry, Bill, for some reason or another. I'm not sure if it has to do with the teeth on the side of it. I don't know. The number 8 car definitely up on the top shelf of the Speedway. Jordan Gage right now running in that 5th spot.
Jordan's run a really good line through the corner, too. He pulled some time on Barrett Bishop in the 0-2. And Jordan now going to run to the outside lane of the racetrack. Miller going to stay glued to the low side. Him and Tyler Jackson, they will stay in that battle for the 3rd spot. Things starting to develop up front as well. Killenowski trying to run down Josh Peacock for the time being. That race for 3rd looks like the 8 car going to overtake him. That's going to put Miller back to the clutches of Jordan Gage racing for 4th out of turn 4.
Jordan Gage now looking to the inside of Bill Miller in car number 6 as Miller right now fending them off as here comes Barrett Bishop now into the fray. On the outside, puts himself inside the top 5 as he works his way around the 0-2 of Jordan Gage. So Barrett Bishop trying to become on a mission here, trying to get around now. What he's going to set the sights on the number 6 of Bill Miller down the back straightaway.
Trying to do all he can to hold on as he will run the outside lane, trying to defend, all comers down low and up high as we thought Bishop may drop to the low side. He'll elect to run the top. They're starting to get really squirty near that wall through 1 and 2. Groove of the racing surface beginning to move up, but it's not impeding the likes of the race leader, Josh Peacock. He's got a half-second advantage as he crosses on by to complete lap number 8.
Peacock running about the middle portion of the track as you're watching the Groove chase itself up the track there, putting that right rear tire on the cushion. Is that number 61 machine as you can see where it's at. It's starting to blacken over. You're watching these guys drift to the top side of the track here. The number 1-3 of DJ Konowski running that second spot. Tyler Jackson for 3. Miller now almost up against the wall there. And then number 6 machine trying to fend off the number 3 of Barrett Bishop. Bishop on a mission, trying to make something happen. It looks like he's struggling here early on the going, but I tell you, he's down to the inside of Bill Miller. Miller makes contact, makes some love to the outside retaining wall. Barrett Bishop makes his way into the 4th spot now. But watch these guys, as the field load wears off, they're going to start coming to the front.
They certainly are, and doing one heck of a job as we work our way off turn number 4. We're going to put a dozen laps complete, a 50 complete next time around. I've been kind of watching things going on to the back part of the top 10. Good racing going on between our buddy Pancake, Tyson Pankow, Stephen Moore there. Mitchell Clark's not too far behind as well. That's racing going on for back here for 8th, but trying to get out of that lead thing and just kind of riding around. There's good racing going on everywhere, Todd, and especially there on a turn 2.
They're watching these guys go to the bottom, go up high. They're all over the place trying to make things happen. Jackson gets a little bit out of shape there. It almost goes for a ride there off the number 11's bumper of Kyle Moyer. These guys just fighting it out, duking it out, but they're up against that wall, Phil, trying to knock it down.
They are. They are trying to widen it up there on a turn number 4, and it's becoming a really good race for the race lead between Josh Peacock and DJ Kilinowski. DJ has run his teammate down, trying to run his way to the low side. He'll take a peek, and he's got a shot there. Will we have a new race leader at the line? Peacock's going to hold on, but Kilinowski, he's found some low side magic as they work their way to turn 1.
Kilinowski doing a fantastic job trying to work over that number 61 machine. Those guys both teammates, so they know each other pretty well here. As Barrett Bishop now into the 3rd spot. He's lurking in the shadows, Phil. Look for Barrett Bishop maybe to make sure work with the guys in front of him. He's definitely the fastest car out there on the speedway with a 15.796. Peacock had a 15.898, and DJ Kilinowski had a 15.958. So Barrett Bishop on a mission. He has also not had a lot of different things go on for that number 3. He didn't have a lot of traffic in front of him either, Phil. So that could actually make for his speed. But I tell you what, Barrett Bishop starting to lurk there.
Well, it's silly because I make this point with all the asphalt racing we've kind of done recently here as far as the broadcasts have gone. And you would think a guy laying back would be saving his tires and equipment. Well, this is dirt track racing. You're not going to save your stuff. Is this more the changing track conditions falling into Barrett's hand? Is that why that car getting faster? Or the 2 guys up front just slowing down as the track changes?
Well, they're slowing down as the track changes. They're set up for something different where Barrett Bishop is maybe set it up for a little bit more slick up on the top shelf of the speedway, and he's doing so right now, Phil. As that field load burns off, you're going to watch him go quicker. You always say you can't take anything to the grave, Phil, and this is one of those things where you can't take the equipment to the grave either. We go 3 wide for the race lead. DJ Kilinowski down the inside. Barrett Bishop, the meet in between the sandwich, but he put himself there, Phil. He's now to the 2nd spot, now fending and fighting for that top spot. There with Josh Peacock side by side up a turn number 4 at the line with Peacock, but now by much. Here comes Bishop. Slide job over the 1 and 2. Peacock back down to the inside, side by side. Put Josh Peacock back to the race lead.
I'm not sure you could have fit a piece of paper between the back of the 3 car and the front of the 61 when he crossed him on over. Big move by Peacock there as he will lead at the line, but a yellow flag on the speedway. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag number 1 going to find its way out there on lap number 23. So as we approach halfway, we slow it on down. Who was involved? And the reasoning for our first yellow of the night, I believe it was a 71 car, Stifler involved.
Daniel Stifler around, unfortunately, they're looking like Yeah, the 14. Yeah, the 14 pounded to the outside wall just a little bit before that happened, too. Mark Evans, and they were clustered right together there. They were going 3 wide and definitely having some great racing there early portions of that as those guys were going through there. So definitely tough for the number 71 of Daniel Stifler.
Now you're going to have to come to the back of a very, very good field. The race car 17 going to be left on the lead lap. Looks like we have lost Josh Dennison, Drew Corbett, and Jesse Osborne pull over. He did. So we've got 3 cars out of the race of the 20 that started. 17 left on the lead lap. And on a turn number 4, iRacingIFlag.com, green flag back into the air.
Yeah, Josh Peacock coming up the track there as he drifted up as he hit the gas and got into Barra Bishop's side just a little bit. And then number 3 machine, as the 1-3 of DJ Konowski was there to pounce and be able to get around him as we were just, like you said, over halfway home here. 27 laps of 50 up on the board. Now DJ Konowski down to the inside, gets loose as he drives into the corner pretty hot and heavy through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Barra Bishop now looking to try to go back on the assault of that number 61 of Josh Peacock.
Peacock leads the way out of car number 4. Now it's Barra Bishop in the number 2 spot. DJ Kilinowski running in for 3rd. And I thought for a second the 6 car of Bill Miller going to have a good run. He is still there. He is all the back of the 13. Now going to take a trip to the low side, looking for running room, racing for 3rd on a 4.
Bill Miller looking rather good there in the number 6 machine, also trying to make his way back up to the front of the field. As now Barra Bishop all over the rear bumper of the 61. He tries down to the inside through 3 and drives her in deep. Slider on the 61, and he drives it way up the track. And he's going to make a little bit of contact to the outside wall coming down that front straightaway. So Bishop trying everything he can to get by that 61 of Peacock. He knows he's got to make it stick there. Wholesale through the corner, didn't make it stick, and that's going to cost him there to a battle with the number 1-3 machine of DJ Konowski and Bill Miller now into the fray. They're going 3 wide for the 2nd spot.
Bill Miller dropped the 6 car to the extreme low side. They're going to stay 3 deep on a turn number 2, 3 wide. Who's going to get fried? Well, nobody, because we're going to put the yellow hanky out in the air. I was thinking putting the egg in the middle, and eggs are yellow, and now the flag is yellow. Second Team Hard Motorsports yellow of the night on lap number 32, and we found Rage and Ron Piles. He's involved in a melee.
Yeah, it all started, there was some contact there, the 74. They were all checking up there, and the number 68 machine, unfortunately, got the worst end of that with the 26, Sean Stevens. Get to see the underside of the number 68, Ron Piles there. Gets to pull away, though. He lands on all 4 wheels, but tough break for Rage and Ron. Going to have to be the end of that. Yeah. Surratt and Stephen Moore getting together, that was tough there, and caused a big, huge chain reaction behind him.
Yeah, that's a quarter mile. I mean, there's not a whole lot of room to get away from somebody when things happen in front of you. I mean, what's the best thing you do when you're in a situation? Your car behind the 2 getting together. You roll the gas. You've probably been in the situation more times than not there, Todd. You roll out. You're probably going to get hit, and it's going to be no fault of you or the guy behind you.
As the green flag comes out, and I have to agree with you, Phil, it definitely happens rather quickly. You could try to race on, try an 1/8 of a mile track at the go-kart track, and tell me how quick of everything goes. Definitely one of those things. Is I had a very, very bad Friday and Saturday night there. Actually, the first time in my whole career, Phil, I've been thrown off a track. For 3 spins is what they called it.
You got a 3-spin rule. Well, we've got our 3rd yellow rule.
Yeah.
There's no rule for the 3rd yellow, but we get the 3rd one of the night, lap number 36. So we'll slow it on down again. We'll take a look at a J-Max Strong full velocity instant replay. But I want to dive more into this as we watch the replay. We'll figure out what happened. 2 cars running up front. Miller and Tyler Jackson together. Their good nights just turned upside down. I bet they're more upset right now than your 3 spins.
Oh, no, I don't know about that, Phil. I left in a pretty big hurry there with the 3 spins. And it wasn't even anything to do with me, 3 spins. I had 1 solo spin by myself. They changed the rules in the middle of the season, which is never a good thing. And what it was supposed to be a 3-spin rule, if you cause it 3 cautions. I was involved in 3 cautions, but they still threw me off the track.
Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, that's not good. We don't like changing rules mid-season.
No, I didn't think it was very right. I let them know, and I was very boisterous, so I decided to leave really quickly before it got worse. They invited me back, though. They took care of me. They said it was their mistake, so they invited me back. I went back Saturday. So That was good. That's the instance where I had to go cooler heads prevail kind of ordeal.
Well, that's good because a younger version of Todd that I used to know, there would have been no cooler heads prevailing. It was Todd's way or the highway. So maturity for my good buddy Todd. That's good to hear. I think even you agree. Younger you, there would have been no cordial. I'm just gonna leave. No.
I would have set the world on fire.
Been fisticuffs.
It's the rage.
I would have given him a real reason why to leave me from the track.
Okay, well, I knew where that was going to go. I know you all do well. 10 laps remain. Green flag goes back in the air. We've got Barrett Bishop to the inside of Josh Peacock. We got a new race leader, Barrett Bishop, and here comes Josh. Crossing back over, racing for the lead, headed to turn 1.
And Peacock is not going to let the lead go away that easy. Up on the top shelf of the speedway is Barrett Bishop now working the bottom there in that number 3 machine. As Bishop had a whale of a start there. Now he slides it up in front of Josh Peacock and cuts his nose off a little bit of banging here. And those guys definitely trading paint just a little bit, going back and forth. And here we go. DJ Kalinowski now trying to get into the fray. He wants a piece of everything. He wants a piece of the action, a piece of the pie. As DJ Kalinowski now gets into the side of the 61 of Josh Peacock. Peacock was trying to get down there. It looks like wrecking out, throwing it back in the pack, and yellow flag going to come back out. And man, Barrett Bishop with the race lead this time, Phil.
Yeah, we're running down on laps here too, Todd. 44 laps complete as our 4th yellow of the night goes out. And these yellow flag laps do count. So these laps will click down. So we'll be bordering on maybe the final restart before the end of regulation time if we need it. But who is involved in the spin? I'm going to make a guess it may have included Jim Revis. Or am I wrong? Is that the Sean Stevens machine that was collected over there? 73 of Stephen Moore. The Rat got a piece. There was a couple different cars that kind of squirted out of there too that I think just kind of stopped. It looks like they're doubling up this time out of 4. And I don't know what's going on, but somebody's got an animated character to him there tonight. I'm not sure what the admins are seeing that let's just say there's some unpleasantries being treated. Let's see how these final 3 or 4 laps shape out. We're going green this time out of 4.
And green flag is out. Big happy birthday to Michael Sheffield too there, Phil.
Yes.
Don't forget him. Happy birthday today. As Josh Peacock to the outside, he's got a whale of a run on Barrett Bishop down into turn number 3. As Bishop trying to slide up in front, he's going to do so, and he's going to use the rear end to make contact there. Some more contact. That jacks the whole field up behind him. Here comes DJ Kalinowski down to the inside, sliding it up there. Peacock now right there, knocking on the door. 2 to go this time around. There's going to be 1 lap to go. And DJ Kalinowski now trying to chase this race. Lead with the 61 and Josh Peacock right there in tow. DJ down to the inside, down into turn number 1 as that white flag is in the air. Can Barrett Bishop hold him off? Down the back straightaway for the final time. He's going to drive it off into turn to number 3 and off a turn to number 4. It's going to be Barrett Bishop taking down the victory. DJ Kalinowski going to nip Josh Peacock at the line for 2nd, Peacock for 3.
That was exciting, wasn't it? Brandon Marlowe going to walk away with a 4th place finish there at the 37 nice. Over Kyle Moyer, Stephen Moore, Brock Evans, Jordan Gage, Tyson Pankow getting a top 10. Raging Ron Piles will finish up. Oh, he gets 10th. What did I miss there? Gage, Pankow, Piles, the top 10. Sean Stevens going to finish 11th over Tyler Jackson, Jim Revis, Kyle Surratt, and Dan Stifler. Going to finish up 15th. Mitchell Clark going to be the final car in the lead lap. He will finish 16th with Bill Miller, Jesse Osborne, Drew Corbett, and Josh Dennison completing a 20-car field. That was exciting, was it not? Barrett Bishop, the big winner. We'll talk to him and the rest of the top 3 next on the post-race show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, we are back here live. The Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show is presented by BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. Web hosting, VPS servers, dedicated servers. They do it all. Check them out today over at BladeNode.com, where today's big winner, Barrett Bishop, with car number 3. He takes down the checkered flag at Limaland. Over, was it DJ that was second or Josh? I lost my standings because I crashed my... DJ was second. So let's talk to Josh Peacock first with the JP Designs number 61. We'll bring him to the broadcast booth. He'll be our first interview of the night. Josh, terrific run, finishing up third. But I'll tell you what, you guys put one heck of a show on. That was good racing up front for the lead there, brother. Tell us all about it.
Oh, yeah, it was a hell of a race. Felt like we had a pretty good car. I made a wrong adjustment for the gear. We went with a 610 for the feature. I think the 90 had probably been ticket up top. I didn't expect it to go up top like it done, but yeah, overall it's a pretty good run.
It was a terrific run. You guys are getting after it 3Y now. Was that the slippery track conditions? Did it change all that much to miss the gear? You said the groove changed. I was kind of taken back by that too. As it started to go up and up and up. Was that the difference between your car and say maybe Barrett's car? Is it all gear? Was DJ in the same gear?
DJ was on the same one I was, but yeah, towards the beginning of the race, I kind of run that, I'd say a halfway slider line, kind of enter lower and slide up the middle, good drive out. Eventually, it started where you got to enter on the wall and then kind of turn down the racetrack. But yeah, so I think with their 90 gear, it'd been a little bit better, but still a decent run overall. The car was still a rocket ship.
That's a nice looking scheme as well. Brand new out of the JP Designs camp there, my friend. It's always good to talk to you with a third place run there, Josh. As always, who do you get to thank for it?
First off, I got all my teammates at Bulletproof Motorsports. Shout out. Congratulate DJ on a second place run. I'd like to give a shameless plug to JP Designs, putting this badass strap on the car. I'd like to give a shout out to Steve Bigler at Traction Boosted and any kind of tire compound around the Chicago area. Definitely give him a shout. I'd like to give a shout out to you guys for being on this race car and everything y'all do for me. I'd like to thank Tubbs and Ely and everybody that puts the series on. More so Ely for putting everything together, and everybody out there watching.
Amen. Those guys are all rock stars indeed. And this guy here with a third place run tonight, our good buddy, Mr. Josh Peacock, going to finish up third. We'll let him go, and we will take a little bit of a walk further down here, down the racetrack. He's parked a little bit distance away from Josh's car. Let's catch up with the driver, the number 13. We call him the rock star, DJ Kilinowski. DJ, a terrific second place run, but I'll tell you what, that three-way race for the lead, those last 20 laps, that was great for us to watch. It was good fun. What was that like behind the wheel, man? That looked like a blast.
It was scary. It was a lot of dumb shit going around. So I was just trying to stay clean and not get fucked.
All right. Well, talk about the changing racetrack conditions. I mean, Josh said he had the wrong gear on it. Was that the same for your car as this groove started higher and higher? I thought you guys had Barrett covered for a little while, and all of a sudden he started chasing these down.
Yeah, went with the wrong gear. Basically, me and Josh were on the same gear. I felt like I could run the top enough, but just didn't have enough chance.
Second place finish, DJ, is always great in a point series like this with a decent payout at the end of the year. So let me give you the mic here one more time and let you thank your team, your crew, and whoever out there watching for the second place run there, bud.
I want to thank my teammates at Bulletproof Motorsports, Milner Media and Designs, World of Thunder Racing League, Josh for putting this league on, you guys broadcasting, and my Aunt Susie for watching every one of my races.
He's out there representing DJ tonight. There he is, folks, the rock star, DJ Kilinowski, with one of the more colorful interviews we've heard here in a little while, I guess you could say the least. He will finish up second here tonight, but there can only be one winner. And here in Limaland tonight, it is Mr. Barrett Bishop, who is down there trackside with Too Tall, Todd Stanton.
Down here in BladeNote.com, victory lane with the driver number 3, Barrett Bishop. And man, you were exchanging the lead with Josh Peacock there, DJ Kilinowski, trying a couple different things on you, Barrett, but you were able to fend those guys off, take down the big W here at Limaland. Tell us about that race, man. It looked like you were struggling early, but man, that car came around. It was like a rocket ship.
Yeah, man, I sucked it up in qualifying in the heat. This track's kind of through the middle most of the way. I put this setup in right before the feature, and I knew if it went up top, I had something for him. But that was a hell of a race, and it was good to be back in victory lane.
Yeah, definitely good to see you back down here in victory lane there, Barrett. A good race with all those guys up front, and man, like you said, you had the outside there with that machine, and it just was able to walk away there. I know last week kind of dejected. This week you got to be a little bit more happy.
For sure. That was a hell of a race. You know, starting 10th or 8th. I didn't really think we had a shot. But I just knew I had a good car there towards the end. I just had to make the right move at the right time, and we pulled it off.
All right, Barrett, before I let you go, I'll give you that microphone one last time. You can think or would like to think here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
I gotta thank my team, FTP, Type 3 Defense, 30 Grass Hole, Irish Knife Flag, VLR, Gunner Media and Design, Oak Transportation, y'all for doing the broadcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here in Limaland Motorsports Park. Driver the number 3, Barrett Bishop, taking down the win. And what a great race that was, Phil.
Really was. Terrific race. Those 3 guys up front put one heck of a show on, and we saw good racing all over the place here tonight, and very typical what we always see here when we come back to Limaland. Thanks to Josh Ely, Charlie Miller, all the gang over here. Thanks you to Traction by Boosted and all the great sponsors they have for this league. Of course, Miller Media and Design, the presenting sponsor. Until next week, for Jack Truman and Todd Stanton, Phil LeCast going to sign off. We'll see you back here live tomorrow night. The Adrenaline Rush Racing League Series, Truck Series. 2 races left. Tomorrow we go to Darlington Speedway. We'll hope to see you there live on your source for esports racing. Good night, everybody.
Good night.